Honest to God, I never thought I'd see the day. However, maybe not in the way that it's presented now. It was coming as a surprise. Now I'm at a point where I fully digested it, but let's get right to it. Marvel and Capcom. Two things you the MVC Fighting Collection. X-Men, of course. That's my shit right there. That's my fucking shit right there, man. And Spider-Man's my boy. This is also a classic. I know it has its own community. Oh my god, you'd love to see it, man. I remember spending a lot more time on this game, though. My boy Cyclops. Yo, this has got to be my favorite MVC game of all time, man. Hands down. And of course, the legend itself. MVC2, everybody. I've actually never played the Punisher either, but I was always aware that Capcom had a beat 'em up Punisher. We got, of course, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many games is that? It's 3. Artwork is cool. An actual training mode. An official one, at least. Save states, of course. So it's pretty much just like... It gives me a lot of... Let's see. The marquee cards from the actual arcade machines.
Here comes a new challenger.
Online mode is definitely good. Mike Bisson. An actual ranked mode. Marvel X Marvel.
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Arcade Classics.
For the Switch. Now, if I remember correctly, I saw a screenshot somewhere. If we move back to the end. There we go. For PS4, Nintendo Switch, and for Steam. Now, there's not much I really have to say about this, so this will be cut short and stuff, but a lot, like post Ultra Street Fighter 4, I was kind of lost when it came to like, you know, what I wanted to do as far as like fighting games went and stuff. So I basically went on this whole period where I just play like a whole different, you know, a mix of like old Capcom fighting games and stuff. Like it would be the old Street Fighters, and I would invest a lot of my time in Fightcade during that time, right until like the point in which Dragon Ball Fighters came out. But the one game that I've spent the most time in is the original Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes. I would spend so much time in the Fightcade. Dude, I remember a lot actually. Some of my older videos, like the beginning ones on this channel, happen to be Marvel vs. Capcom. I even have like a few tributes and montages here and there of when like right around Marvel Infinite came out, and it was kind of like a little tribute to the X-Men because of the fact that they weren't released alongside the roster of Marvel Infinite. It tore me apart, man. I was pretty vocal about like how I felt about Marvel Infinite, which, you know, putting aside gameplay, it was the other aspects of it that like it tore me apart. To be real with you, um, but now after like so long, I'm actually able to like get back into it and stuff. And even though, you know, Fireburn is always there and stuff, now there's gonna be an actual like official release of it, not only of every other like like Marvel Capcom game, but like the biggest one that I know people are really eyeballing, which is like Marvel versus Capcom 2. Like that bitch is actually gonna be released after, dude, since like the old PS3 days when that game was actually on, like, I believe it was the original Xbox, not the original Xbox, but the 360 and the PS3 is when that game was last released until, of course, it was taken off the market. Man, dude, I was so mad. I thought it was gonna be like it at that point. Like I thought, you know, we were never gonna see MVC until like I was like 40 or something. But lo and behold, like it's like the beginning of last year it really did start, as Rufelmonger had said in like a video that I was watching just earlier, like the renaissance of fighting games. And I believe that to be true now. Like now that this is coming out, and especially, where is it, this whole thing is coming out, there's just so much to like, there's just like so many options now, right? We got Street Fighter, we got Tekken, we got Marvel, and we got some of the SNK games coming out. What is it called? City of the Wolves too. Like, wow. And I'm already eating good on my end, just sticking to Street Fighter right now. But um, even I recently just kind of like picked back up on Dragon Ball, which, you know, despite how we all may kind of feel about it now, like to me it's still Dragon Ball and I still love it. But before that, before I even invested like so much into that game, it was this right here. Like this was around, well, maybe not around in my time. I don't want to make it sound like I was there back in the arcade days, but this was there for me when like I really started to like get that involved into like fighting games, at least in my early years when I was in high school. And a whole like damn near like 10 years later, this comes out. I'm really starting to feel age now, man. Like, wow. But putting that aside and stuff, like, I got nothing much else to say. It's only a matter of like when this comes out and stuff. I got other things to do, so I got to be out of here. So I appreciate y'all for listening, and I'll be seeing y'all around. Peace.